Yes, hello, is this Rochelle? Hey, Rochelle, it's Doug Westmoreland with the Amazon Inner Circle. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Where are you currently at? Are you in California? All right. Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad. Oh, North California, huh? Way up north. You guys, how's the weather? Cold, spring-like? Oh, I gotcha. All right. Well, I'm down in South Louisiana. What's that? Yeah, I'm in South Louisiana right now. So, it's warm and already feels like summer. We don't get spring or anything like that down here. It just goes from winter to summer. Quick. Yeah, yeah. Well, good. Rochelle, well, I'm glad we get to talk today. I know you've called in a few times, it sounds like, and I'm glad we could connect and spend some time together and see if we're a right fit for one another. I have your application out here in front of me, and it looks like you're a veteran. So, Yes. Appreciate all of your service for sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So you've got two little ones at home with you, it looks Yes. like as well. Twins. And how old are those guys or gals? They are about to be 6. They're 2 boys. Two boys. All right. You got your hands full then. I've got four of them, so I've got my hands full too. They keep you busy, don't they? That's right, exactly. I've I've got four. I've got 13, 11, 10, and then my wife talked me into the last straggler. I've got one that's not even 2 yet. So um, anyway, so we've got four of them, and you're right. They definitely keep you young. That's for sure. Busy weekends and sports and stuff like that. So it's all good. So listen, I'm going through the application and definitely, like I said, excited to talk to you about. So just start off, Rachel, if you will, tell me, how you heard about us first. That'd be great. Okay, podcasts. All right. Did you have a chance to listen to a bunch of those or a few of them? A bunch. Awesome. Well, great. Good. So you've already been playing around with that a little bit. Well, you're just like going through the steps already, huh? That's great. Good. I love it. So, well, tell me, Rochelle, if you will, we don't take on everybody. We do these calls for a reason to make sure that we're a right fit. But if you can, just tell me like why us and why Amazon. What's got you so excited or fired up to wanting to do this, and why us and why Amazon? If you could elaborate on that, that'd be great. Uh-huh. Mhm. Right. Right. Excellent. Okay, great. Yeah, that's pretty important, especially when you're online and you've never done this before. Having the right people in your life to coach you and mentor you and provide a success track for you to run on with a blueprint and a system is great. Now, when you went to go apply for the coaching, were you able to watch that video of Mike and of Matthew, where he's going through the seller account, he's showing you everything and the steps, and also the level of income that these guys are obtaining on Amazon and knocking down these big numbers? Were you able to watch that whole video all the way through? Okay. What do you think about some of those results that these guys are sharing with you? Right. Right. That's what. Right. Well, you definitely can. In this program, I mean, Amazon is the 4 trillion ton gorilla in the online marketing space. I don't know if you know this or not, but in the year 2016, 50% of all online sales in the United States of America happened inside of Amazon's platform. So let that sink in for a second. That's a huge number. 50% of all sales in the United States happened inside Amazon's platform. If a million people go to Amazon in the next hour, uh, 500,000 are going to be leaving with a purchase. Uh,
Wow.
so, you know, it's amazing, an amazing platform. And all we have to do is just have a platform to run on, right, with the right people in our life, teaching us the right system to just outmarket the people that are on here, right, and just get our product listed above them. So this isn't rocket science. I always like to say that, Amazon kind of passes the common sense test, right? I mean, everybody's going there with their credit card out or preloaded into Amazon. All we have to do is get them to find you, and go from there, right? Just outmarket the other people that are inside the platform. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
Mike and Matthew are juggernauts at this. They just understand how Amazon's algorithm works. They know how to size up the competition and just get you found on page one. That's what we're really here to talk to you about today. So what are you currently doing right now, if you don't mind telling me?
Right now,
Uh-huh. Oh, mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right. So do you go, and I don't want to butcher, do you go by Rachel or Rochelle? Rachel. Okay. All right. All right, well, that's awesome. 8 years in Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. My wife and I want to go there. We every summer, well, the past summer or two, we've gotten so close to bringing the kids down there to just go live for the summer and then come back. But 8 years in Costa Rica, we love. Where did you stay? Hmm. Right. Awesome. Yeah, we went on our honeymoon there for 2 weeks and have been trying to go back ever since. It was a long time ago, but yeah, we love it over there. That's I think one of my most memorable vacations of all time was over there. So it's a beautiful place. That's great. Okay, well, cool. So you've got some free time. You've got the pension thing going on. You're doing some stuff on the side. Um, I see that you looking through the application. It looks like you've got some money squirreled away to invest into your business to get things started, and you're committed to using those resources to get started. If everything today here on the phone, which I know it will make sense on how we're going to support you and coach you, but that's money that you have set aside that you're able to access, Rachel, to start. Okay, great. What Tell me a little bit, like, what are you in 6 months, you know, what are you hoping to bring in on a monthly basis in 6 months? If you could just close your eyes and project out into the future, in 6 months, if you were bringing home X amount of dollars per month, what would that number be for you to be successful or for you to be really, really happy? Yeah, of course. Yep. Okay. No, yeah, everybody's different. Totally get that for sure. 10,000 per month. Just taking some notes here. All right, 10,000 per month. And Rachel would be happy, happy, happy. Great. Got it. Okay. Well, cool. Well, Rachel, let me tell you who I am, um, why you're on the phone with me today, and a little bit about my background, okay? Oops, are you still there? Hello? Hello? Crap. It's Doug. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of calling through the internet here, so I'm not sure. Maybe it just dropped off for a second. So if that happens again, maybe I'll just pick up the phone and I'll call you from my cell phone.
Okay.
If it does happen, it's a 940 number that I'm going to call you from, okay? Yeah, I can do that as well. What's your cell phone? I'll just jot it down. If we get disconnected, I'll call you back on that. Okay, got it. All right. That happens again if the internet gremlins get us. I'll call you right back. All right. So, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Gotcha. So you're saying $10,000 per month or $10,000 between now and 6 months? Okay, got it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was clear there. Okay, great. Yes, got it. Fantastic. So let me, Rachel, just tell you, if I can, a little bit about myself, my background, why you're on the phone with me today. I'm Matthew Beju's highest earning student of all time. All right. Matthew's been my coach, my mentor since 2012. We connected. I've been an online marketer full time, supporting my family of four for the last 12 years. I've been out here for a long time, and I'm an old salty dog. I've been at this for quite some time. Um, I'm huge into finding mentors and guys who are out online, getting success. I did a lot of research back in the day. I was really big into video marketing, Rachel, and I needed another skill set. I'm another big firm believer in multiple streams of revenue and not having all of your eggs in one basket. So I've had an online advertising agency that I've had for quite some time, for over 12 years. I still own that business. I still have it in my life today as a revenue stream. But about in 2012, I should say, I was ready to add another revenue stream in my life because I had all of my eggs in one business basket, and I didn't like that. So I started doing research to find people that could help me, increase my skill set as a marketer. And I kept running in back then. I was really big into video marketing, and I kept bumping into this darn kid, Matthew Beju, all over the place. And I thought the universe was sending me a sign that I should pay attention. So I watched Matthew for several weeks. He kind of lured me in, kind of like he did with you and the podcasts and the videos that you've seen to date. Matthew's been doing this for a long time, teaching people how to monetize the internet. And, I've been one of his students, one of his highest earning students of all time. I applied, Rachel, for coaching and mentoring, but it was just 5 years ago. And the program was called Instant Customers for Life. And Matthew taught me how to basically dominate YouTube and drive videos to the top of YouTube and drive videos to the top of Google for any keyword phrase. Almost practically overnight, I could drive videos to the tops of those platforms. It was a skill set that I wanted. I filled out the application. I pretty much knew that I was going to bring him into my life, before I even filled it out. When I got on the phone with him, Loved everything he had to say. I signed up for the course. I paid for the tuition. I got enrolled, and money started coming into my life easier than it ever had before. And I told him I was going to be his highest earning student. He kind of chuckled. And then lo and behold, I was. And we got together. We became partners. We partnered up in 2013, did some projects together, made a lot of money. We've been friends ever since. I took all the skills that Matthew gave me in 2012 and 2013, Rachel, and I launched my own supplement company. I have a telomere boosting multivitamin. I've got a testosterone product for men. I've got a prostate product, and I've got an omega-3 fish oil that I sell direct to consumer traditionally, by running advertising online, and I buy first party email lists, and I've built elaborate sales funnels, to sell my products to customers and whatnot. When Mike and Matthew called me um, in January of last year to tell me what they were doing on Amazon, I literally, you know, couldn't sleep for weeks. Um, I did take my supplement company, Rachel, that I launched in 2014. We did over $4.5 million in earnings. I'm a seven figure, a year earner with my businesses. But I know how hard it is to make sales online. Being online is sexy. Everybody wants to do it. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose a lot of money really, really, really quickly. All right. On Amazon, it just made sense to me. The light bulb kind of went off when Mike and Matthew called me because one of the hardest things in the world to do is to convince somebody to buy your stuff. You're competing against everybody else in the world, right? And to convince somebody that sees an advertisement to jump in and buy your stuff is not an easy thing to do if you don't know what you're doing. But Amazon made all the sense in the world to me because do you ever really go to Amazon without the intention to buy something? I mean, everybody has their darn credit card pulled out or their credit cards preloaded into Amazon's platform as a Prime member. So do you ever really go to Amazon without the intention to buy anything? Neither does the rest of the world. So it made sense to me to be inside this platform because Amazon's done all the heavy lifting for us. They've done the most hardest thing in the world, which is to convince people to buy stuff. Well, they've already done it, right? So everybody's going there to buy stuff. The question is are they buying your stuff or are they buying someone else's stuff? So all we have to do as marketers and what Mike and Matthew are incredibly good at is they understand how platforms work and they understand algorithms. Just like I told you that Matthew helped me dominate YouTube and Google, it's because he understands YouTube and Google's algorithm when it comes to video marketing. We understand iTunes. Do you think it's an accident, Rachel, that you heard the podcast on iTunes? Mike and Matthew can dominate iTunes and they can drive any podcast to the top of iTunes platform in their sleep. All right. And you've seen all the videos and you've seen the kind of revenue that these guys are making. Do you think that they figured Amazon out as well? 100%. All we have to do, Rachel, is teach you our formula of how we assess our competition and find products that we know that we can outmarket the other marketers. And then it's game over, lights out. Because we can teach you how to move your products to the first page of Amazon. Would you agree that if you get your products to the first page of Amazon for keyword phrases that people are typing in looking for your product, do you think you're going to make some sales? 100%. And that's all this is we know how to outmarket other people and assess products properly and correctly to where we're picking products that we know already have great volume and great movement, but the marketers are subpar and we know we can jump over the top of them because we're just better at what we do. All right, that's all we're here to talk about. So I enrolled as a student, Rachel, in this program because it just made so much sense to me because I have so much confidence in what Mike and Matthew do because they're excellent at it. I enrolled as a student for the second time in my life this past summer. I sent them my tuition just like everybody else. I jumped into the course. I consumed the information. I launched my store. I've got 7 products in my store. All right. I sell supplements. I'm doing $27,000 a month in gross sales, and I'm doing $14,000 a month in net profit. And I've only been doing it for about 7 months. All right. So in 6 months, for you to kind of reach the goal at 10,000 per month, 100% doable if you roll up your sleeves, if you're hungry, If you're ready to make a positive change and learn a new skill to acquire the knowledge that you need to go out here and do this and bring Mike and Matthew into your life, 100%, there's no reason why you can't have a $10,000 a month net profit business. If I'm doing it, do you think you could do it as well?
Yeah.
100%. That's the biggest thing about hiring a mentor and a coach. Like you said, you don't know how you've done this. I didn't know how to do anything on Amazon. I've been an online marketer for a long time, but all that's out the window because I've never done it in Amazon's platform before. I've never sold one thing on Amazon in my entire life. Mike and Matthew break down every single step for you. They give you the blueprint. They show you exactly how they're doing it, and they're going to coach and mentor you for 3 months. Absolutely, you can. You just got to follow their system and do what they do. So that's my story. That's my background. Rachel, the biggest thing to take away from my background is, not the amount of money that I've made or any of that kind of stuff. The thing that you really need to to hone in on is I'm a student. First and foremost, I'm a student. If I didn't have these guys in my life, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am today. Not even close. I just hired the right people, in my life to help me get the results that I want and learn the skill sets that I need to be able to go out here and set up multiple streams of revenue in my life and go after it. So I'm a student. I don't have any kind of marketing, superpowers. I'm just a normal guy that just followed a system and called two guys when I needed help because they'll be there for you to pick up the phone and talk to you when you need help. All right. So that's what we're here to talk
Yeah.
to. That's what we're here to talk about today, Rachel. So if you'd like, is this something that you're truly motivated and passionate about doing and wanting to move forward with?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think's the one thing holding you back, Rachel, from being able to go out on Amazon right now and do $10,000 a month in 6 months? I understand. And you just pointed out the biggest thing that every student's nervous about is that, and you're gonna be really happy when I tell you the level of support that we're gonna give you, where we're not gonna let that happen over here, Rachel. We've actually got a system set up where we're going to. You've already got Jungle Scout, right? You're already playing around with it, so you're gonna run all your Jungle Scout numbers once we teach you the formula to look for to assess the competition and what products to get into. And when you narrow it down to 4 products that you feel meet our formula, you're going to pick up the phone and you're going to call Mike and Matt, and you're going to schedule a product consult call with either Mike, Matt, or Alex, our product consultant coach. And we're going to tear into all of your data that you pulled down from Jungle Scout. And we're going to tell you, hey, Rachel, good job. Product 1 and 2, amazing. Meets our formula. You're going to start making sales. Don't worry about it at all. These products that you picked, you did a great job, meets every criteria of the formula that we have. You're in good hands. Go work with our team in China and get your samples done. Then they may say products 3 and 4, the data that we're looking at, maybe these products don't meet the formula too much. Stay away from them. We're going to advise you to not move forward with these at this time. Maybe it's something you want to look at later, or maybe it's not something you want to look at never, because it's too far gone. It's either too competitive, or the search volume's too low, or whatever it is that these guys see. We're not going to let you pull the trigger on a product that'll send out crickets. So it's not going to happen here. So I've got some exciting information to share with you about how we support you. So we're pretty much, as best we possibly can, going to guarantee your success and not allow you to make foolish decisions. All right,
Okay.
cool. Um, so the next part of this call, Rachel, what I want to do is I want to explain 4 things. Okay, I want to talk to you about our method and our process, how we do stuff. I want to break down some return on investment numbers. To me, it's the most important part of the call, the numbers. Every good business owner needs to understand their ROI. There's an investment to be made here, obviously, right? This is a real business. This isn't This isn't something that's just out here for free, that, that there's no investment at all. This is a real business. You're starting an online store, getting the education and the knowledge and the mentorship that you need to make sure you go out here and make a lot of sales. So there's an investment on your part, obviously. So you need to understand what the return is, and you need to understand how you can scale. How do you get to the 10 grand a month? Well, I'm going to break down the numbers and I'm going to show you. All right, so we'll talk about that. I'll talk to you about the 4 commitments of this program. This is an intimate relationship with Mike and Matthew for 3 months. Okay, you're inviting us into your life as our coach, as your coach and mentor, and we're inviting you into ours as well. All right, we don't take on everybody. We try to take on students who are positive, who are motivated to make change. So we ask for 4 commitments before we offer you a seat in the class towards the end of the call. And then we're going to talk about the deliverables. What are you going to get? If knowledge is the key, how are we going to get the knowledge out of our head and into yours? And how are we going to support you so we can practically guarantee your success, that you won't fail, right? We're going to give you a ton of support. We'll be here for you so you can lean on us for 3 months. All right. This is a true mentoring program. This isn't just a coaching program where we give you some videos and kick you down the road. That's not what this is. Um, this is a full-blown program where you're going to be able to pick up the phone and talk to Mike and Matt when you need help. Okay? Sound good?
Sounds wonderful.
All right. About 30 minutes. So stop me if you have any questions. I don't want to just keep talking and have you forget something. If you have a question, please stop me and I'll address it right there. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. All right, so the first thing's our method and process, Rachel. So our method and process, when you start off on Amazon and you're using Jungle Scout already, have you had a chance just to kind of poke around and see some of the stuff yet, or and take a look?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and what else? I'm sorry. Okay, good. Okay, great. So I don't know if you've gotten into some actual products and stuff, but I'm sure you'll see that there's some people like us, FBA folks, fulfillment by Amazon, folks, which is what we teach you to do. Fulfillment by Amazon is pretty much you know, what I'm assuming you're going to want to do. You're not going to want to ship these out of your garage, are you? Okay, good, good, smart. Um, I'm sure you've seen a lot of FBA folks making a lot of money if you're playing around in Jungle Scout. All right. When you start out, Rachel, we're not going to teach you how to find products that you're going to make 10 grand a month or 100 grand a year with right out of the gate. Okay. You've got to be realistic, and we're the most realistic guys on the planet. All right, we're the most conservative, real guys. We're going to teach you how to get into products, right, that aren't going to make you those kinds of sales, because it's unrealistic to think that you're going to come out of the gate and find an item that you're going to make 50 orders a day with, right? It's just not going to happen. What we're going to teach you to do is look for a very specific formula, using Jungle Scout, assessing our competition and and accessing the data through Jungle Scout to assess what products that we can get into that have low competition, that we know we can outmarket the other marketers, right, and start making sales quick. So we're going to teach you in our method, our process is to find products that you can launch quickly that'll make you between $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Okay. And then you're going to go find another product, Rachel, that's going to make you $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Then you're going to go find another one. And then you're going to go find another one. And you're going to go find another one. And you're going to keep doing that. And you're just going to stack these products on top of each other. So if you wanted to make 10 grand to 20 grand a month, all you need to do, Rachel, is find 10 items that'll make you between $1,000 to $2,000 a month in net profit. All right. So if you've listened to the podcast, watched the videos, all right, you'll see that that we do 50% profit margins, right? Have you picked up on that? Okay. So we're only talking about products that are doing between $2,000 to $4,000 a month in sales. So $4,000 a month in sales may sound like a lot of money, or it may not sound like a lot of money. But if you're doing a $30 product that you're retailing for 30 bucks, right? Maybe you're buying it for 3 and you're selling it for 30. That's only 133 orders per month. All right, to do $4,000 is only 30, $30 product times 133 units a month. All right, it's $3,990 per month. If you're running at a 10% profit margin and get 50% profit margin, I'm sorry, that you're marking up 10 times, if it's $3 and you're selling it for 30, so you're marking it up 10 times, you're going to run at a 50% profit margin. So that's only 133 orders a month. If you divide that by 30 days, that's only 4.5 orders per day. Does 4.5 orders per day sound like a ton? Yeah, realistic. So you can find products all day long that you could sell $4,000 a month of and put 2 grand a month in your pocket, and you just start stacking them each on top of the other. That's exactly what I've done, what Mike and Matthew have taught me to do. I've got 7 items in my store. No item in my store, Rachel, is doing, 15 to 20 orders a day. Not even close. Not even close. Every product in my store, right, is doing between 5 to 10 orders a day. That's it. But they do them every day after day, month after month. Conservative, conservative. I pick products that I know I can get into quickly. I'm just carving little slivers of the pie, right? That's what we teach you to do. That's what Mike and Matt teach. Little slivers of the pie all over the place where we can make profit in sales, and we don't pick products where we're going to hear crickets, right? We pick products that we know we can move because we know we can outmarket the people that are selling these products, right? And we're very, very good at that. All right. So that's all we're talking about here is just carving out our little bits all over the place and stacking them on top of the other. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's our method and our process. The next part to talk about is, again, it's the most important part of the call, I feel. If you own a business, the return on investments is critical for you to truly understand, um, you know, and how to scale. So let's say you've brought us into your life, Rachel, and you're doing research the way that we've taught you to do it in the program when it comes to finding what products to sell. You're following all of our instructions, running on our blueprint. And let's say you invest $3,000 into your first round of inventory. Okay. You're going to invest $1,500 into item number one and $1,500 into item number two. All right. And let's say you've done all your research and you know that item number one is going to cost you $2.50. And item number two is going to cost you $2.50. That's your all-in cost. All right. That's your shipping from China. That's your, to get your logo done, your packaging, everything. A to Z, your cost is $2.50 on each item. And you've done your research. You've stacked up all the competitors the way that we've told you. And you know that you can sell this item for $25 all day long. That's a 10 times markup. If you paid attention during the podcast, the videos, that's a sweet spot, right? 10 times markup. You've heard us mention that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you've got item number one for $1,500 divided by $2.50, your cost, that means you have 600 units on the shelf ready to sell in Amazon's warehouse, right? Same thing with item number two, 1,500 divided by 250, you've got another 600 units of item number two. So between item number one and item number two, you've got 1,200 units times $25 means you have a retail value of $30,000 of product sitting on the shelf ready for you to sell. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've invested three, you're sitting on $30,000 worth of product. So let's say you go through all the training, right? That's the real reason why you're hiring us, right? It doesn't matter that you can get something at a good profit margin at a good cost. If you can't market it, what the hell good is it, right? So we're going to teach you in the program how to set your store up right, to deploy all of the marketing methods, all the tactics, all the tricks, right? All the strategies that we deploy to drive those two items to the first page. We're going to teach you how to do that in the program. Let's assume you set all that up correctly, which you will, to drive those two products to the top of Amazon. So let's say you hit the button on your store. Rachel, this is your first month live to collect orders. And let's say item number one, you average about 3 orders per day in your first month. So your first month average is 3 orders per day, about $75 a day in sales on average. That's your first month, not your first day, but your first month. Same thing with item number two, you average about 3 orders per day for item number two as well. So let me stop you right there and ask you, Rachel, just straight up, based on all the podcasts you've listened to, all the videos that you've seen, does 3 orders per day sound unrealistic to you? 100%, and I'm doing this on purpose. I want to be so darn conservative, Rachel, so you can see the numbers and how real this is. So you'll say yes, you'll invest in yourself, right, to get to acquire the knowledge that you need from Mike and Matthew to be able to go out here and do this, right, to get your return on investment. So I want to make this whole scenario as conservative and more importantly believable as possible. Because if you don't believe it, you'll find every excuse in the world to say maybe this isn't for me. But if you truly believe what I'm about to break down for you here, which is 100% true, which you've already seen in the videos that Mike and Matthew can do, this becomes a very, very easy decision to say, yes, I want the knowledge to be able to learn how to go out here and do this because there's a lot of money to be made just in a little 3 order per day business. So let's break it down and see where this thing ends up. So you invested your 3,000, you've got $30,000 worth of product sitting on the shelf, 10 times markup. If you've paid attention during the videos, Rachel, you know that we run at a 50% profit margin, correct? Did you pick up on that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So when you collect all $30,000 worth of revenue, you're going to be left in this scenario with $15,000 worth of net profit, right? So how do we get there? How do we get there? How do we get that darn $1,500, not 1,500, I'm sorry, $15,000 net profit? So how do we get there? So if you only average 3 orders per day times 30 days in a month, that's 90 orders a month, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's just round it up to 100 because I'm from South Louisiana and I can't do math very well. So, let's say it's 100 orders a month, all right? So and I want to keep this so conservative. So let's say no matter what you did, Rachel, you can never get these products over a 3 order per day average. You are stuck there forever. For the rest of these products' natural born life, no matter how hard you work at them, they're stuck at 3 orders per day. Can't grow. Done. All right. So if that's the case, if you did 3 orders per day in month one, then 3 orders per day for each item in month two, three, four, five, and six, you're going to be completely sold out of inventory, right? Because you only started with 600 units of item one and 600 units of item two. If you're doing 3 orders per day, it's roughly 100 orders a month. So in 6 months, you've completely sold out, right?
Yes.
So in 6 months, you would turn a $3,000 investment into $15,000 worth of net profit. That's a 5 times return on your money. And you did it in 6 months. And all it took to do that, Rachel, was 3 measly orders per day. Again, about as ultra conservative as I could possibly make it. If we couldn't help you do 3 orders per day, we shouldn't be in this business. All right. Do you believe that Mike and Matthew can teach you how to do 3 orders per day? If you truly believe that, this is a very easy conversation to have, and investing in yourself to acquire the knowledge that you need is a no-brainer. So let's say you're like, that was fun. The first 6 months I made 15 grand. Let's do it again. Right? So what if you just invested another $3,000 to generate another 15 grand and you did all that in 1 year? And all you did was 2 items. If all you did, Rachel, was 2 items in your store that only did 3 orders per day on average, never grew, and you did that for one full calendar year, you would have invested $6,000 to generate $30,000 worth of net profit. So 30 minus your 6 leaves you with $24,000 straight in your pocket if you only did 2 items and you never launched a third that did 3 orders per day. Would you be upset with us if you stuffed around 25 grand in your pocket in your first year and you only did 2 products? What if you did 4 products that only did 3 orders per day? You'd stuff around $48,000 to $50,000 in your pocket in your first year. If you did 6 items that only did 3 orders per day and never ever grew to a 4 order a day average, never, they're stuck at 3 forever for the rest of their lives, you'd put around $72,000 to $75,000 in profit in your back pocket. Do you think that you'd have some money in your pocket to be able to pay yourself back for your tuition and then your first round of inventory? Do you think you're going to make a little money? Do you think there's some good return there for 3 orders a day? That's how you scale the business. And that's just at 3 orders per day. Again, I'm trying to make this so conservative, Rachel, so you see the power of the numbers, so you jump on our side of the fence, right? Say yes, allow us to come into your life so we can coach and mentor you. Because if we can't help you do 3 orders per day, we should just quit. because that's not going to happen here. I'll tell you what's more realistic: 5 orders a day. The average student who comes into this program hungry, ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work, these are small groups. We know who's showing up, we know who's not showing up, Rachel. If you roll up your sleeves and get to work and you carve out, I'm sure you've heard us talking about 1 to 2 hours a day. If you carve out that time, ready to make a difference in your life, ready to go after a business that can put $10,000 a month, that's life changing money, that it sounds like to you, there's no reason why you can't do it. You could almost do it at 3 orders per day. Again, if you wanted to do ten to $20,000 a month, you just need to find 10 items that are going to do $1,000 to $2,000 a month in net profit. That's not a lot of orders. You just have to have the discipline to show up every day to run this business effectively, right? And that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. But 5 orders per day is more realistic. And if you do 5 orders a day, you're going to take a $3,000 investment and turn it into 15 grand in 4 months, not 6. Those are the types of returns that you're going to get in this program if you pull the trigger, if you're truly serious about wanting to bring some passive residual income in your life. Maybe go back to Costa Rica and live a while longer and just plug into the internet and work off the beach while you're watching your kids snorkel. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I'm a huge snorkeler. It's one of my favorite places in the world to snorkel is on the Pacific side. I was staying at this American B&B over there, and the tide would go out, and they had this rock formation, so it was just like pool water. It was like 400 to 500 yards of just like protected water when the tide was right. And anyway, I'm bringing back old memories of, yeah. So you can sit on the beach in the hammock, watch the boys snorkel, but that's what we're talking about here. Definitely doable, very easily attainable. I mean, I'll ask you one last time, and I keep doing this till I'm blue in the face with everybody for a reason. Do you truly believe that these guys could help you do 3 orders a day? Then this is a no-brainer for you, Rachel. Let's get into the next part of the call, which is the commitments, the 4 commitments for this program. All right, it's a two-way street. Yes, you're inviting us into your life to coach and mentor you. This is an intimate relationship with Mike and Matt for 3 months. All right, but we're also inviting you into ours. So we like to ask for 4 commitments before we offer you a seat in the class. So the first commitment that we ask you to lock into is you got to be willing to dedicate 10 hours a week to your Amazon business. Okay. This is a coaching program, not a done for you service. I know you said you've got plenty of time, but I just want to be really clear. We're not going to do any of the work for you. We're going to teach you how to do everything. We're going to support you. We're going to answer every single question that you can ever possibly imagine. We'll be here to take all your calls. We're going to make sure that you can execute every single thing that we teach. And if you get stuck, we're going to make sure you get unstuck. You'll never be left alone in this program. But it's 10 hours a week, something that you can absolutely lock in and commit to. All right, you can scratch that commitment off of your list and check it off. The next one is knowledge. I'm just trying to prevent any further pain down the road. There's a lot of information out here, Rachel, about how to do this. Mike and Matthew have a very specific system that they teach and how they do this. All right. So you've got to tune everybody else out and all the other information that's out there. You got to tune it out. And you've got to commit to just learning the knowledge from Mike and Matthew and them alone. All right. So what I mean by that is don't go read a blog post on how to do keyword research from some quote unquote Amazon expert and grab that blog post and implement that knowledge into this system, because you'll probably break it. All right. And I'm just telling you this now to prevent any future pain of you pulling the trigger on a product and hearing crickets. We don't want that. Right. We don't want you to hear crickets. So we don't want you implementing anybody else's information into the system. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So could you agree to just acquire the knowledge from Mike and Matthew and these guys alone? If they're going to coach and mentor you, just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
All right. So commitment to knowledge from us, you can cross that off. The next one's resources. This business takes money to make money. In order to do it properly, Rachel, just to cover this with you, this is common sense, but just to say it, you want to reinvest all your profits back into your business for the first 6 months. Don't touch a dime. Just leave all your money in there and you'll be making good money. Don't be tempted to pull a bunch of it out to pay the bills or anything. Just leave it in there so you can scale, right? So you can reinvest it back into the products that are making you the money. And then you can take the excess profits and roll them into products 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? And then when you're, six months down the road and you're knocking down 14 grand a month or something, then pull out a modest salary, right? Pay yourself, celebrate, have fun, you deserve it, and then still leave a good chunk of your money in your business on a monthly basis to continue to scale. All right, so that's what you want to do there. The lowest that you want to really be able to invest in your first round of inventory is a couple $1,000. You know, you don't want to order too little, and we also understand, when you're nervous in the beginning, it's you don't want to order tons and tons and feel like you're going to sit on it forever, but you got to be willing to invest a couple of grand, at the lowest point into your business. So is that something that you could commit to?
Yes, sir.
And you've got the 6 to 10,000 that you put on your application is what you selected. Are you truly committed to using those resources to get started today?
Yes.
Okay, great. The next thing is you just have to be a strong decision maker. Rachel, you have to decide that you're ready to commit, right? If you're not going to commit to this to generate some passive residual income in your life to kind of make this life-changing money of $10,000 per month, I don't know where else you can go to generate 10 grand a month for not that big of an investment, a couple grand into your inventory and some money into your education. But if you're not going to commit to this, you got to commit to something, right? If you're serious.
Yes, sir.
So I can't make the decision for you, Rachel. I already made mine, and I'm kind of reaping the rewards from it. I can only show you the door. But on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least excited to make a decision to get started today, and 10 being the most excited to make a decision to get started today, where are you right now? Oh my gosh, so that's awesome. So let's just keep going then. Fantastic. I love it. A woman with conviction. I love it. So here's what you're going to get when you decide to enroll today, Rachel. You're going to get the first thing you're going to get is an email from Matthew. All right. In that email, for the welcome email from Matthew, is a link to your members area. You're going to create a username and password. Okay. You're going to log in, and sitting there waiting for you are going to be 4 video training modules. Okay. It's 12 total hours of content. These are pre-recorded videos. All right. This is basically self-paced learning, right? Because I'm sure you've got stuff going on with the twins on a daily basis. You've got things going on, but this is the bulk of this is the heavy lifting, all right, of how we get the knowledge out of our head and into yours. So in these 4 video training modules, it's all of our intellectual property, it's all of our systems, it's everything that we do as marketers to dominate Amazon, right, and to outmarket the other folks. Each video training module, Rachel, is specifically designed to be 1 week's worth of homework. If you're putting in your 1 to 2 hours a day, your 10 hours a week into your training, the bulk of it will be spent here in these video training modules and executing your homework assignments. All right, they're 1 week's worth of homework assignments in each module. So you should go from not knowing anything about Amazon today, all right, to launching your store and collecting orders and being live and up and running in 6 weeks. Okay. In these video training modules, we're going to show you how to do each step. You're going to be logged in live watching Mike and Matt, right, in these pre-recorded videos. They're going to show you step 1. They're going to say, hey, go over here in your Amazon seller account, click this tab, select these 3 options, fill out this form this way. And they're going to be in their account showing you every single step, right? And you just watch them execute the step. You pause the video, right? You go execute what you just saw. Step 2, you're going to watch them do step 2. Inside their Amazon seller account, they're going to show you every part of step 2 right there on the video. You pause the video, you go execute what you just saw. It follows that format from video module 1, step 1 to video module number 4, step 50. Very, very easy to follow, showing you every single step, and you just pause the video and go do it. All right, these guys make it so darn easy. It's a 14-year-old kid could follow the instructions. All right. Easy to follow. The next deliverable in the program, the second deliverable, is what we call proactive coaching. All right, we have a live coaching call that's going to start tonight. So we can get you into the program. So you're on the live call tonight. They're at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Monday night for the next 12 weeks. We do have 1 to 2 seats left in this class. We'd love to obviously get you going in the one tonight so you can start sooner rather than later. All right. These are 1 hour live coaching calls on a GoToMeeting live webinar platform. I'm sure you used GoToMeeting before. Mike and Matthew will be there live. They're going to be showing you all their products, all their sales, all their conversions, all their deposits, all their earnings. And for 1 hour, Rachel, they're going to dive in and teach you every strategy, every method that they're deploying, every tactic, every tip, everything that these guys are doing will be covered in these 1 hour live training sessions for the next 12 weeks. All right, this is a 12-week course. Um, no secret will be held. If we're using it and it's working, it's getting taught in these live webinars. So you're going to know everything that Mike and Matthew are doing. There's no reason, and they say this all the time, there's no reason why you can't make just as much money or more than they are because they're giving you every secret that they deploy, right? And there are actually students that we brought on through the last class that are already on pace to outperform Mike and Matthew's first year. All right? You can only
Wow.
do that you can only do that when the coach teaches the student everything and just allows you to flourish. All right. Um, so those are the live 1 hour calls every Monday night, the next 12 weeks. At the end of the 1 hour live coaching call, this is going to become very apparent. We limit these to a small number of students. Okay. You're going to have the ability, Rachel, to raise your hand and ask Mike and Matt as many questions as you want at the end of the webinar. And they will not get off the phone until every one of your questions are answered and you have crystal clear clarity as to what you need to do next to move your business forward. All right. So they're going to make sure every one of your questions are answered. If you miss a call, that's okay. I wouldn't recommend doing that too much. But if life got in the way, something happened, you missed the call, it's okay. It's recorded. It's put into your members area. The only thing that stinks is you didn't get to participate in the Q&A, which is a highly, highly valuable part of the coaching. Would you agree?
Yes, yes.
And that's why we kick in a huge safety net for you, and we call it reactive coaching. All right. Reactive coaching works like this. We're going to give you private, direct cell phone access to both Mike and Matt. This is the same phone their friends and family use. You're going to have unlimited access Monday through Friday, day or night. If you get stuck, Rachel, and you need help, you can't figure something out, something's not jiving, whatever reason, you hit a roadblock, you hit an obstacle, you can't move your business forward, it's a Wednesday afternoon, you pick up the phone, you call Mike and Matt. All right. Doesn't matter what the problem is, big or small, you pick up the phone and you call these guys. All right. You get this access to these guys for 3 months, 12 weeks. You can call them with unlimited questions Monday through Friday. So when you need help and you're running all your Jungle Scout data and you want to schedule that product consult call, you pick up the phone and you call them. We use a service called Voxer. All right. It turns your cell phone into a walkie talkie through an app. You just pick up the phone, you hit them like a walkie-talkie, just like bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, Mike, Matt, it's Rachel. I'm stuck. I need some help. I can't understand the keyword section, the keyword research and video training module number 3. I just need a little bit more clarity. Can somebody just explain stuff to me just a little bit more? Or hey, Mike, Matt, I've run all my Jungle Scout data. I really like to schedule a product consult call so I don't pick a product and I hear crickets, you know? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, Rachel, problem big or small, you pick up the phone and call them. So I don't know where else you can go online and get access to 2 7-figure earners on their cell phone for 12 weeks, Monday through Friday, with unlimited questions. With this one feature alone, Rachel, how is it that you think you could fail?
I don't think I can. I think I can.
100%. That's exactly right. The student is the only outlier in our program. We don't truly know how motivated you are. I mean, we hear a lot of stuff on these calls, right? But the rubber hits the road when you look yourself in the mirror, right? And you're showing up and you're going through the program and you're doing your work or you're not, right? But if you get in and you do your work and you need help and you're serious, we're here with you. We're going to lace up our boots and we're going to go out there on the battlefield with you, right? To make sure you get this done and you get it done properly and you monetize it and you make lots of money. But we can't help people that lay on the floor whining like little babies saying, I don't get it. I don't understand. And then they get frustrated, right? And they don't pick up the phone and they don't call us. We can't help you. But if you're ready we're gonna be right there with you, but we're not gonna drag you out there. We can't, right? You've got to want this for yourself, but we're gonna be here for you, 100%. You won't fail if you pick up the phone and get with us. We're gonna do everything in our power to make sure that you knock this out of the park. Okay. The next deliverable that you get is called our Facebook Mastermind Group. All right. This is where all the students hang out, the graduates of the program, and also the ones that are going through. You can use this as another layer of support. You can ask us questions like, "Hey, has anybody ever run into this issue before?" Or, "Hey, I'm kind of experiencing this. Has anybody seen this before?" Whatever the case may be, you can ask the group questions. All right, and we're there to help. We've all been through it before. The big secret, super hidden power, though, of the group is it doesn't matter if you're launching your first product, Rachel, or your 20th product. We're going to teach you how to do this. We're going to teach you to go to Amazon, create a free voucher, come back to the student group in Facebook, the private group, post your free voucher, and give away product for free. The students will grab your voucher, go to your listing, buy it for free, and they're going to pound you with 5-star reviews. So if you're assessing your formula correctly and sizing up the competitors properly, which you will, you're going to immediately leapfrog over, catapult yourself over all of the other marketers in your space that are selling like and similar products. We're just going to give you a shove out there into the marketplace to just pound you with those 5-star reviews so you can just jump over them, right? Um, Algorithms, Amazon's algorithm, reviews are a big part of it, right? So we're just going to give you that big shove out of the starting blocks that you need, right? So you can leverage the student group, all right, and start making sales. So it's just a big old, leveraging the power of the student population is an amazing feature to be able to take advantage of. All right. The last, the last deliverable in the program is our personal Rolodex of all of our vendors that we use. The big one is China. We've interviewed or worked with over 14 different sourcing agencies in China. We've gotten rid of everybody. Now we have our own exclusive team that we work with in China to do all of the work for you over there. Okay. We've got dozens and dozens and dozens of team members dispersed throughout China, ready to roll up their sleeves and go to work for you to make sure all of your business affairs in China run smoothly. So it works like this. When you do your Jungle Scout data, we do a product consult call with Mike, Matt, or Alex. They tell you, hey, product 1 and 2 are great. Go work with your sourcing agent, our team in China. You'll get in contact with your sourcing agent, right? You'll send them, say you decided to go with like men's wallets, all right? And you found a niche in men's wallets, and everybody agrees, Mike and Matt or Alex, like, hey, you're going to make a lot of money, Rachel, in this men's wallet category. Go for it. So you'll call up your sourcing agent. You'll get on the phone with them. You'll send them links from Alibaba. You'll send them links from Amazon to the types of wallets that you like, and you'll have a conversation with them, right? They'll have a discussion. They'll go away. They'll go find you the highest quality factory that produces the highest quality men's wallet that meets your specifications of the ones you like. They're going to mail you free samples. All right. You don't have to pay for any of these samples up front, none of that kind of stuff. But they're going to mail you free samples so you can touch the wallets, feel them, inspect them, make sure they're high quality because you're about to put your darn name on them, right? And you want your customers to have a good experience so you can get some more good reviews for your product and continue to sell more, right? So this is something that you're going to be proud of. You're not going to want it to be cheap or feel cheap. You want it to be high quality. So you got to touch these samples and use them. So finally, you'll narrow it down and you'll pick one. You'll work with your sourcing agent on all the details of the order. What are your quantity discount schedules that are available to you? What are your minimum quantity orders? What kind of packaging is available from the factory? Where are you going to put your logo? All of that stuff. You're going to be working hand in hand with your sourcing agent on all the details of your order. All right. They're going to go away and they're going to go start negotiating with the factory and get you the best price that they can. Eventually, you guys will come to a decision on how many to order. So let's say you order 400. All right, and you pull the trigger on that. The manufacturer, is going to do what's called a QCR, a quality control run. Your sourcing agent is going to go out to the factory, right, and they're going to print off or press off or manufacture, you know, a handful of these wallets, and your sourcing agent will be right there inspecting every single one. Is the packaging good? Was the stitching done properly? Did the wallet come out right? Did they press your logo into the proper place on the leather? Does it look good? Basically, from A to Z, they're doing a quality control check of your entire, your wallet and making sure everything's fine. If everything's fine, they tell the guys to crank the machines on and finish, manufacturing the other 400. If something's wrong, they catch it right there. So you don't have any defective product, right? And they recalibrate the machine or do whatever it is they need to do to make sure the other ones come off properly. Once all 400 are produced, your sourcing agent will also sign off on and quality control check the entire order. They'll make sure 400 are there. They'll pull them out of the packaging, make sure everything's done right. Okay. The point that I'm trying to make, and the big point is that the manufacturer will not get paid, Rachel, until your sourcing agent completely signs off on the entire order. Is the only time that the factory will receive any form of compensation from you at all. Okay, they will not get paid until everything is checked out. So there's zero risk that you're going to have some defective product or something squirrely happened with your order and bad product got in the hands of your customers. We're not going to let that happen because our sourcing team is there checking every single step of the entire order. All right. All you're going to have to do, Rachel, is pay these guys 5 to 10% of the entire order. So if you bought $1,500 worth of wallets, they're just going to earn around $150 as their fee for helping you manage and facilitate everything that I just described. 150 bucks is their fee, and we gladly pay it. We know, love, and trust these guys. We've been working with them for a long time. We spend weeks and weeks and weeks with them when we're in China, and they spend a lot of time with us over with Mike and Matthew when they're here in the United States, the owners of the company. All right, so you've got zero risk, zero liability for anything going sideways on you with your relationships in China. So can you imagine doing 8, 9, 10, 15 products in China? They are handling all of the conversations, all of the orders. They're your liaison between yourself and all 14 or 15 different factories. They manage all of those relationships for you so you don't have to. And all you've got to do is pay them 5 to 10%. Okay. Um, the next part is all the rest of our vendors in our business. Where do we get our logos? Who does our UPC codes for us? Every product has to have a UPC code on the label or on the packaging, right? So we've got all these other little vendors that help assist us to keep our business moving forward. We already have people that we use as vendors. There's no reason for you when it comes to that part of the training to go do a logo and to set up your brand, right? No reason for you to sit there and bang your head against the wall going, okay, where do I go get a logo? What graphic designer should I use? How much should I pay? You don't need to go through all that because we've already got graphic designers that we use. We've been doing this for a really long time. We're going to say, hey, go right here. Here's 3 outstanding graphic designers. Just use our people. They're affordable. They're fast. We want you to just focus on keeping your head down and getting your business pushed forward. We don't want you worrying or stressing out about where the heck do you go to buy UPC codes and who do you use to produce your logo for you? We've already done all that for you. You can use our people, and we highly recommend that you do. You're also free to go outside and use whoever you want, of course. It's your business. But if you want to shortcut all of that stuff and just plug into our vendors, we're going to give you every single one of them. That's our program. Those are the deliverables. Rachel, any questions on that?
No.
Okay. We also throw in a bonus for you. I don't know if you've heard us talking about our Amazon Inner Circle Marketing Masters course. We're gonna teach you how to leverage other traffic sources outside of Amazon. All right. How do we run ads on Google, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, right? All these other traffic sources that you can leverage. We run ads there. We send traffic to our web pages, our landing pages, and we send traffic from those landing pages about our products into our Amazon listings, right? To make additional sales outside of Amazon's platform. We teach you how we run all those ads. We give you all of our websites so you can clone them and for yourself, put them up on your own website, right? We're going to teach you how to dominate all these other platforms, how to drive videos to the top of YouTube. Remember, I said, do you think it was an accident about the podcast? Absolutely was not an accident. We're going to teach you how we drove our podcast to the top of iTunes. So not only can you use this and this information to just drive tons of sales into your Amazon listings outside of Amazon's platform. You could use this for any other business that you may have. Maybe you've got an interest in growing your little gardening business where you're working with people on the side. I don't know, but you can use these techniques, right, to grow exposure for other things that are important to you in your life. I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income. So if you've got another little business with farming and gardening, why not do your own podcast? Why not run your own ads inside Facebook that are geographically located in your area based on people's interests in gardening, right? And you could sell other services in that area if you wanted to, in addition to making sales in your Amazon store. So you see where I'm going with that? It's a $4,000 program, Rachel, that we throw in 100% for free when you join the Amazon Inner Circle today. Okay? It's yours 100% for free when you join. So if you don't have any other further questions for me, Rachel, the Amazon Inner Circle tuition to join this program and bring Mike and Matt into your life for the next 3 months to go out here and dominate this to make $10,000 a month and hit your goal is a one-time payment of $4,997. It's a one-time payment, get you locked in, get you in the class, get you on the webinar tonight, and moving forward. So if there's no questions for me, Rachel, my only question for you is, are you going to be one of the last students to take one of the last seats in the class?
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations. Is this the good email address to send you your course and all your information? The sweetiepie_1981 at iCloud.com? Great. I'm going to send that there. So all I need from you is, do you want to put this on a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover? I have to create specific links and stuff for you. I can, do you want to do it that way? Okay. Are you just putting it on a card? Because I'm putting it in PayPal right now manually rather than sending you a link. We use PayPal. Or do you have PayPal credit or something? Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see. Hold on. I think I have a link. One second. All right. Let me send you this link right now. Are you in front of a computer? Okay. All right. So do you have to do any kind of transfers or anything? Or are you just using your mother's PayPal login to access her credit to move forward? Okay. I'm sending you the PayPal link right now for the tuition. You just have to send it to your mom, and then she just goes in and just makes the payment, and we go from there, and then you're in iCloud. I'm sending this to you right now. I just want to confirm that you get it. So if you're in front of your computer, just let me know that you've gotten this. Let me make sure I got your email typed correctly. sweetiepie_1981 at iCloud.com. All right, I'm sending this to you now. Okay, great. All right, so your mom will be in about an hour, and if you can, just let her. If you can text me at this phone number, and just let me know when it goes through, because then I will send you the welcome email. All right, to access the video training modules, and I also want to let Matthew know as soon as possible so we get you enrolled into the platform, so you can get your email the registration link to join the webinar this evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So can you text me back as soon as that happens and your mom is able to make that payment so I can get you enrolled? We typically just do it all over the phone, so we've got to just get a little bit of communication from you if that's okay. Okay, great. My cell phone number is, did you write that down earlier? You still have it? I don't think I gave it to you. It's you gave me yours, but I don't think I gave you mine. It's 940-231-4862. Yep. Just shoot me a text once you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yep, and just reply back to that email too. Then I have it in two locations. So if I'm on the phone, I may not see your text, but I'll see your email too. So if you can just reply back to that email that I just sent you saying, "Hey, it's done," then I'll be sure to see it there or my text message, and we'll move you forward. Okay? We're going to enjoy having you here, Rachel. So we're excited to have you on board, and can't wait to get you started. All right. All right. Talk to you soon. Take care.